All right, the Reds, for the last time, this is the preview show, the last Premier League game of the season. We have, of course, got the small matter of a Champions League final coming up as well. But first of all, it is Wolves. It is Wolves at Anfield. It is 4 o'clock on Sunday at Anfield. And whatever happens, we get to say, well in the boys for a fantastic season. Hopefully ending with 2 more trophies, but we shall see. Mo, looking at Wolves, it's hard to make a case for this being a difficult game, to be honest.
It is, and I mean, it feels almost like these are the kind of things where you can get yourself into a trap, because we always try to mitigate and say there's no bad teams in the Premier League, etc., etc. But this is towards the end of the season. They haven't looked as good as they can be for a very, very long time. They couldn't beat Norwich at home in their last game. They got pumped by Man City by 5.
Yep.
And their captains are red. So, I mean, I know that shouldn't matter, but we're all thinking it. We're all thinking that it does matter. And at the end of the day, we're in a situation where if we score 1 or 2 early, I think they're just going to be kind to just like, you know what, just don't embarrass us, lads, and we'll all shake on it here.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like that. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 defeats for Leeds, for Wolves, since the turn of the year. Now that is abysmal, isn't it? And all season as well, all comps, they've won 17, drawn 7, lost 17. But that run since the turn of the year, there's some absolute stinkers in there. Got beat. You mentioned Norwich, obviously the last game was a draw. They've also been beaten, knocked out of the FA Cup by Norwich at home as well. Beaten by Arsenal as well. Sam and their shit, aren't they?
Lost to Burnley.
Yeah, lost to Arsenal twice, lost to West Ham, lost to Crystal Palace, lost to Leeds, that's where Leeds came from, lost to Newcastle, lost to Burnley, lost to Brighton, and most recently, as you say, lost 5-1 to Manchester City.
The thing is, I reckon some of the Wolves fans will tell you some of those defeats were unlucky, but when you get to that many, it starts to psychologically affect you. It becomes harder each week. So whether or not they were unlucky in some of those early games, I'm sure they were. In fact, I know they were against Arsenal. But by now, 2 months later, you can't really draw on, we should have done this, we should have done that. You're just looking at it thinking, where's the next result coming from?
Yeah, the odds as well, as you would expect, favour Liverpool. So Liverpool 5-1 on to get a victory against Wolves. You can get 20-1 for Wolves to win.
That's information from Rob Gutman. He'll be very pleased to hear that.
And it's a similar story down the M62, etc. Man City at home to Aston Villa. They are 5-1 on to beat Aston Villa, and you can get 21-1 on Aston Villa to win and do us the favour that we need. If we're all being honest, it's not very likely, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, it's almost as if most people listening to the show would like us to do the analysis of that game more than our game.
Yeah.
But the fact is that as much as it is a chance, and while there's always a chance,
Yeah.
I'm not putting too much stock into it. I think there's one thing the end of this season has reminded me, because I already knew, there is no point and no joy in watching teams that aren't Liverpool and hoping they win. There's just none. Because you're always going to be left disappointed, because their boys aren't as good as our boys. They're just not.
We're going to know though, aren't we? I mean, in the ground, we're going to get, people I'll find internet and things like that, and we'll get the little oohs and ahs, and we'll know.
Yeah.
We'll know what's going on in that game. Unfortunately, I can't sort of look beyond. We're going to be hearing about Man City goals, to be honest with you. But, while there's a chance, as you say.
Like I say, all I want to happen is for us to already be winning when we hear about those Man City goals, because if City score early and Wolves have come out with a bit of energy and defensive, because they have been a decent defensive team over the course of the season. If you look, they wouldn't have been in the top half for most of the time otherwise. But as we've said, that seems to have fallen apart now. But if they've got something that they feel like they need to hold on to, and it's not just pride, they don't want to just come out and fold on the last day, then it's going to be a bit more difficult for Liverpool to go out and win the game. I think that's the only time the other result affects us. I don't see a world where we're 1-1 and then suddenly they lose and then suddenly we all got to go and score a goal and Klopp's throwing on Origi and who else. I don't see that happening.
I quite like the idea of
throwing on Origi.
I want to say to Origi, you know what I mean? He's going to AC Milan, and he's probably not going to start the game. I just hope we get to see him.
I do.
Little ta-ra to Origi. All right, the Reds, thanks for watching a little bit of a premium Anfield Wrap video there. If you want to watch the rest of that show and get access to much, much more, click join below. That activates our YouTube membership. It means you get a premium video every day of the week. You get our post-match content, you get reviews, previews and exclusive interviews, all here from the heart of Liverpool. Follow us, follow them. Up the Reds.